Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Asma K9, a knowledge sharing platform where you will find quality content. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's start.
Show you. If I can get a better focus, you'll see the the ring light going up and down. You'll see the red light there. You'll see the one button that I have, and if I push the button, light comes on. Absolutely, that's exactly what it was. The user did not have permissions to be able to access the resources it needed to get down to the GPIO, right? Absolutely, that's what that means. So that's all well and good, right? You got a blinky light there, you got a deal going on. Okay, cool. You're like, oh, that's good. Let me leave the blinky light going on there and let's move things around just a little bit. I'm going to leave that running because I honestly believe that this is how a lot of this work will be done currently. That's what I'm planning on doing anyways. I'll be a little smarter with my publishing and moving things over in the future. Remember, that was one task. We had this launch task. We had this other thing called core attach. If I run that, it's going to go into the launch settings. It's going to read that whole different file, whole different set of things, which is up here. And in this case, the only really major change is if you look at our pipe arcs, we know what we don't know what that is, but we know what this is, right? We know what this is. We don't know is what are these two things. That -I, literally if I type that on a command line, it'd be SSH-I space -I space that bit of noise space that bit of noise on there. So the I says use a different identifier file. So now I'm going to go over, I'm going to pretend to be root. And right there, the user root. And since I've established a trust that from my Windows machine that I have now, I can go in as root and be trusted, then I can log in as root. Right? Currently, yes, you can fix that runtime. You can fix that runtime. And it's called a sticky bit, and you'll change permissions on it. I will try that in a second if you want to try it. Let me show this, all right, and we'll go in and try it to make sure, because it's been a while since I've done it, but we can certainly try it. But you're going to want to be root in this case, because you're going to need to run the debugger as root to be able to look at all the internals. So if I run this, I run this as a launch. Let me show you what happens. So, did it hit me that fast? I guess it did. So it's asking me what process do I want to attach to. It's already connected up, ready to go. Ask me what process I want to attach to, and we'll be talking to the push blink process. This is the thing that fired it up. See, sudo push blink, but this is the actual thing that we care about. And if I tell it to attach to that process, I get thread counts, watches, variables, right? My color changes here to say, hey, I'm debugging stuff. I'm in my programming file here, and it's all wonderful, well and good. And if you're looking at the stuff, everything is still working as it's supposed to. Right? So big deal. Why is that? Well, let me show you the big deal. If I want to know every time the button gets pressed, set a breakpoint, just like you do in Visual Studio. Set a breakpoint, and if you'll watch, breakpoint. Not only does it stop it, there you see our green light that's constantly flashing is now gone away because it's stopped. Everything is stopped. The code is stopped on the Pi, and I'm investigating it here on my Windows box. Not only do I get it stopped, I get give me the status of this thing. It's hard to see that. Come on. The status is low. I get interpolation, so I can see what's going on here. Status is low. I get our done is false, and just like you would have in Visual Studio wherever you go. Our constant state should be true, so now we're going to turn that to high instead of low because it was low, and we swap it around here with that kind of thing. We're going to sleep. We're going to go. If we'd like to step once, we can step over. Step again. And in fact, if you'll watch the blinky light here, so now our light is on even though I'm not pushing the button anymore because it still thinks I pressed the button and that's what it remembers. And then in constant state, we're going to turn the green one high, and we do as I'm stepping through. So now I'm going to take that off again because that's showing the debugging, and I'm just going to let it run. So now it's running. So that was the idea I wanted to do. I wanted to run that thing and show you that you're debugging, you're stopping, you can do all of that from a very nice environment as opposed to trying to go through GDB or some other crazy thing. And I just saw from build, and I haven't had time to explore it, that you're able to get Linux crash dumps. Like when the thing just crashes and puts a core out, you're now able to get Linux crash dumps and bring them into Visual Studio and walk through them to find out what blew up on it. It's really cool. I need to get some more ideas. When I get some more details on that, how that works, and all the stuff, I think it's still in preview, but they announced it at Build. I thought that was really, really cool. So let's go try to fix this thing, right? How would we do that? There's something called a sticky bit, right? If you look at the permissions, man, this used to be old hat, but it's been a really long time. So you see where it says RWX, RX, RX, it's owned by Ubuntu, that kind of stuff. So if I do one of these things and go sudo change on, we'll just make them all that. Change on root. Let's don't do all. Let's see how far we have to go. I don't know why that's taking so long. Really? Okay. That's on my root. Now we can do a sudo change mod 4755. You know, I haven't done this in forever, so I can't even type. That's a great question, Asma. And when that comes back, you want to make sure it's changed. Something called a sticky bit. See, it says RWS now instead of before. There you go. And we're back to doing that, and so you can change that with the root as it goes. Would that be something you would want to put in your publish step, or that kind of thing to make that happen? Yeah. Yes, you certainly can fix that. Cool. So let me go back to this.